threats and internal challenges. You got to stay regardless of. The struggle is real. Tobias' lies and his threats were done for the purpose of getting Nehemiah off the wall and to kill him. The enemy just doesn't want to stop you from doing your purpose. I want you to hear this. The enemy just doesn't want to stop you from doing your purpose. He desires to kill you. Why? So that you won't ever come back and change your mind and get back on the wall. What's the whole point of getting me off the wall for a little bit, then I change my mind? Yeah, there's some delay, but my God is greater. He know how to speed up time. The enemy looking like, if I can just get Josh off that wall, I'm going to take his life. Because if I take his life, he can't go back. He can't go back and change his mind. He's trying to come and disturb your peace. The stuff that was coming in my mind was coming to disturb my peace, disturb my joy. And had I allowed it, had I not said, you know what? Let me start praying for the people. Let me start, Lord God, I thank you for blessing. I thank you for blessing Jazz. I thank you for blessing Cam. Oh, God, I thank you for Cam's healing. And I'm just going. I'm praying. I'm like, oh, no, I got to fight this. Don't let it come against your peace. His job is to come against your peace. That's all it does, is it disturbs your peace. You ever be relaxing on a break and somebody just come in your break space, uninvited? Oh, my God. Immediately your peace is, you just be like, or you sleeping, somebody got me and I got somebody, but you knocked out and your phone scares you and you wake up, you be like, hello? You didn't mean to answer it, but you looking like, God. And they're looking like, hey, Josh. And I'm like, yeah, I was asleep. Hey, I just wanted to tell you. I'm like, hey, I was asleep. Hey, I was good. You hear it in my throat. I was asleep. But hey, Josh, they're trying to come. It's disturbing my peace. So what do? Do I remain in that, or do I say, hey, I'm going to let my peace continue to be disturbed? I'm going to be nice. No, sometimes you got to say, no, hey, send back a request. Send back another letter. I'm not coming. I'm doing my great work, and I'm not getting off this wall. Hey, I'm sleeping right now, but is this a 911? Are you somebody cutting your throat? Okay, it can wait. Give me about an hour or so, and I'm going to hit you back. My peace. A leader's motive and conduct must be blameless. Y'all, you must live a blameless life. I try in my best in that moment. Lord, I can't be blameless. I gotta be blameless. I can't be at fault here. So therefore, at fault meaning like I start looking at people and I'll be like, you fake. You don't even love God. You up here talking about. You start. That's now you being messy. Now you are in somebody else's Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor. You don't know nothing. That's dangerous. As a leader, your motive and your conduct must be blameless. At the same time, you must deal with this thing boldly and wisely. You must deal with the thing that is coming to compromise your peace boldly and wisely. You must come and speak against the thing that's trying to come against your peace. I'm hoping you're writing this down, you're getting it. Whatever's coming against your peace, they're trying to get you off the wall, you must deal with it boldly and wisely. Another way that the enemy tries to come against us, he did to Nehemiah, verses 5-9. Intimidation. When intimidation comes, a leader must learn to analyze which issues are critical enough to address and which are wasteful distractions. As a leader, as someone who is working, as someone who is on the wall, you have to be able to discern, hey, is this something that I need to address right now? Or is this just some wasteful distraction? everything don't need to be spoken to. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Fire Marshal Bill, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, right? No, don't tell me nothing. Get back on the wall. And if it's critical enough, that's the key. You must learn to analyze what the issue, which are critical enough to address. If it ain't critical, you don't need to address it. I'm trying to help somebody today. Verses 10 through 14. They tried to get Nehemiah off that wall so that he can get out of safety, out of his protection. Of course, he's on the wall. Guess what else was on the wall? His people who he put in position, who was guarding. You see, they didn't come to Nehemiah and say, hey, we're going to come to the wall and meet you. They knew better not to come to that wall because Nehemiah already positioned the people with weapons. They was ready. The enemy is not bold enough to come to your house. He's going to meet you when you come to the sidewalk. Because you got too much power and somebody in that house is praying. I'm going to wait till y'all get outside. Oh, I'm going to wait till you get to work. I'm going to wait till sister, brother so-and-so come. I'm going to wait till so-and-so come knock on your door. That gets you every time. And you go right over here and you just get right and you fall, you drop it. You drop your tools. Look at somebody say, pick your tools up. Pick the tools up and get back to work. When you give it attention, you know what you do? You drop your tools. Hey, let me pick up my tools. Let me get back to work. Nehemiah said, I'm not getting off this wall. I'm not going to get off this wall. A leader must remember that this is so good. And when I wrote it, I said, this is good. The leader must remember that the will of God is superior over any individual. When I'm in the will of God, it doesn't matter what's coming my way. It doesn't matter what so-and-so said. I'm in the will of God. So I believe the songwriter said the safest place in the whole wide world is in the will of God. I don't know I feel like, I don't know if this is original, but the only time I remember hearing it is from Kiki and them and the Clark sister. Safest place in the whole wide world is in the will of God. That's all I know. I'm done after that part. I don't know the rest of it. That's all I need right there. The safest place is in the will of God. If I can stay in his will, if I can fight to be in his will. Nehemiah said, I'm going to stay in your will. God, I'm going to please you and I'm going to honor you. That's how you honor. That's what worship looks like. That's what worship looks like, not just on a Sunday morning when the cameras are saying it's go. When worship looks like when you leave these walls and now something is coming against you on a daily basis, you say, nope, I'm walking in the will of God. And I'm going to put on the whole armor of God. God, I'm going to give you glory because the will of God is superior than any individual. It's superior than any weapon that's coming against me. Nehemiah had the right mindset. He was leading by example. Why is this even happening to me? Why was this even happening to Nehemiah? I wrote down here, somebody say the golden child. You remember the golden child? Y'all going like, I don't know what that is. It's a movie. Eddie Murphy. There was a chosen one. The golden child. They had to protect it. Why do you think this stuff is? Why is this happening to you, Cam? Why is stuff always coming? Because you are called of God. The hand of you've been called since your mama's womb. Before your mama was your mama, you was called, sir. Why thinking not strange and all this stuff is coming against me? I'm the golden child. Somebody gotta say, I'm the golden child. This is why I'm the chosen. I'm chosen by God. I'm his royal priesthood. I'm chosen. The song says, I'm chosen, not forsaken. I know who you say I am. right? I know who I am, but many of us don't go there. We listen to it and we go with it. Josh, you're nothing. Josh, it ain't working for you. That's why you seeing everybody else get it, because you're doing something wrong. It ain't gonna happen for you. You're gonna keep on look down your lineage. It ain't happen for them. It ain't happen for, and guess what? It ain't gonna happen to you. And if I listen to that long enough, oh my God, you'll start seeing my disposition change. I ran into a friend of mine yesterday in the store. One of my only friends that was a friend that I met when I first moved here. And out of everything she could have said to me, she's like, Josh. I was like, Sharon. First thing she said to me, she said, you remember when you was at Target and you was ready to quit? I said, why would you say that? She was like, I don't know. That's like the first thing you're going to say to me. I haven't seen you in like 8 years. You remember when you was in Target and you was about to quit? Not the job. She wasn't talking about the job. She was talking about you was about to leave Nashville. She said, your disposition, it was all in your disposition. And I'm looking like, why are you saying this to me right here in Kroger? She was like, but I told you. She said, I told you, you ain't going. You can't leave. I forgot. Because I focus on the angel that happened. But she was like, I told you, you can't. She said, it was all on you. You was done. I said, for real? I was like, huh? Our disposition. Look in the mirror. If your disposition has been, I was about to say a word. I don't know if that's a bad word. But if your disposition has been a little musty, let's say that. Put some deodorant on it. That's all I got to say about it. Put some deodorant on it. Wash, before you put some deodorant, wash it, clean it, deal with it. I know I'm making sense. I know it's funny, but it's real. If your attitude stink, if your breath stink, you got to deal with it. Don't just keep on putting gum in there. You got to address what's going on you got gingivitis. Get a brush that tongue, get in there and do some work. You've ignored something way too long. Many of us have ignored something way too long. And it's like, God, why is this happening? Josh, it's not personal. It's purposeful. And when I heard that this week, oh my God, the tears that came. I said, God, this is purposeful. And I had to start speaking to myself, God, if I never see the stuff that's in my head, because I'm going to be 100% honest with us, most stuff that's in our head that we are looking for, God never said it. It's us. It's our desires. It's our wants. And there's nothing wrong with it. Hear me real good. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But we can't get frustrated when your desire doesn't come to fruition. Because that's what we do. We get frustrated because that's my desire. But I believe it's in Psalm 37. It says he'll give you the desires of your heart. That means he'll give you what he wants for you. God, what do you want for me? I had to pray that this week. God, what do you want for me? I'll take it. God, whatever you have for me, I'll take it. What do you want from me? I don't know why this stuff is coming to my head. I really wasn't looking for nothing. I wasn't searching. I'm like this. It just came out of nowhere. Tobias and them just came out. They keep on coming. Opposition is it's coming. At the end of chapter 6, guess what? At the very end of this chapter, after they get done with the wall, Tobias and them say, keep on writing letters. We're going to keep on coming. What? You see the completion of the wall. You see that I'm not getting off this wall, but yet you still coming at me? Oh, it's coming. Just play a one. Just play on. Just lay on something, sir. Lay on it. Sit on it. is this happening to me? Hey, Josh, it's not personal. I never got an answer on why it's happening. But all I heard was, hey, it ain't personal. It's purposeful. Can you take a message like that, a statement like that? What does that even mean, God? It's not really answering the questions, the stuff that's coming to my head. Hey, it's not personal. It's not even about you. You remember Job in the Bible? It had nothing to do with Job. Job never volunteered for nothing. He was blameless. He was a good man. If you read it in the Bible, he was blameless. He had it going on. And here come God. Hey, have you considered my servant Job? Sir, I love you so much, and I thank you for dying. But can you probably not consider me? You ever say that? God, can you not consider me? But here's the truth of it, y'all. You got to be careful about what you say, because it's not personal, it's purposeful. If he allows it to happen to you, then it's building something in us that we're going to need, and it's pushing me to something that I can't see. It is. It's pushing me towards something that I can't see. It's pushing me towards something that it's hard for me to believe. God, it's so hard. I would prefer just to get a chicken sandwich right now, but people keep telling me you're going to get filet mignon. I would just prefer a chicken wing. I'll take a chicken wing right now. That's how many of us, I'll just take a chicken wing. Everybody stand to your feet. I'll just take a chicken wing. I'm hungry. No. It's purposeful. I have something great for you. There's something amazing for you. Having failed to disrupt the wall's reconstruction with threats, Tobiah and Sanballat next used personal attacks against Nehemiah. When they couldn't stop the wall, when the enemy couldn't stop this, when the enemy couldn't stop that, now he's coming, he's going low. Somebody said, when they go low, you go high. I don't want to say the name because people would be like, see, you trying to be political, you telling everybody to vote. They're not even running. It's just a good saying. Oh, I see it. No, you don't. They understood that this man, they understood that Jasmine. The enemy understands that Cam. The enemy understands that Autumn. The enemy understands Miss Renfro. He understands understanding something. So I'm gonna pick, but he understands they keep showing up. They keep getting on their knees. The song that says, I get on my knees. I get on my knees. The lady who I sing for, Nicole C. Mullen, she wrote that. She sung it yesterday when we was out with her. It was powerful. I don't know how, but there's power when I get on my knees. I don't know how, Mindy, but there's power when I get on my knees. I can't explain it. I can't contain it. Jesus, your love is so amazing. But when I get on my knees, something happens. When I yield, not to temptation, but when I yield to your spirit, when I yield to your will. Everybody lift your hands and say, God, I need to yield. It's not personal, God, it's purposeful. God, I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it. Come on, just lift your hands and just begin to open your mouth. We're getting ready to leave. Even as you're opening your mouth and giving him praise, giving him glory. Oh, God, say, God, no, I'm not going to miss this. I'm not going to miss this. This is purposeful. Oh, there's purpose in this. There's purpose in this. God, you build something. God, build it in me. Build it out of me. Somebody to say, Lord, build it out of me. Woo, build that thing up out of me. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. Things are happening because he's trying to get something up out of you. But but we don't look at it from that perspective. But God changed the way that I see, changed the way that I think. Let me stop taking things personally. Let me look at it and say, God, this is purposeful. And it's all for your glory. It's all for your glory. Why does the enemy come? Why was he coming at Nehemiah? Why? One of the reasons why, because he understood that Nehemiah provided strength for the Jerusalem community through his leadership. If you are an individual that provides strength for whatever you're connected with, you best believe he's coming after you. You're a leader, you provide strength, you provide joy for somebody. Oh, that's why he's coming after you. He's trying to shut your mouth up. Because if he can shut you up, then you're not going to release all the stuff that's in you for other people. Think it not strange. God, I don't know how, but there's power when I get on my knees. Let me get on my knees. Let me get on my face. Somebody, I know we just our 90 days of prayer and fasting, but it's almost as if when that ended, some of us stopped praying. Some of us stopped fasting. Some of us stopped believing. And I don't mind. We can go back as a church and do something, but it comes a point when you got to grow up and say, let me get back to what works. Let me get back to my first works. Let me get back to getting on my knees. And when I pray, I'm not going to pray about me. I'm going to pray for somebody else. Woo! Now that's a good one right there. I won't even pray about my needs. I'm going to get on my knees and I'm going to start believing and speaking life over Miss Renfro. I don't know what's going on in her life, but in this moment, God, I speak healing. I speak joy. I speak to every dead thing that is going on in her mind. I speak to everything that she thought was dead. The stuff that needs to die, let it die. But the stuff that she thought was dead, God, resurrected now in the name of Jesus. Begin to pray like that for somebody else. Forget about your needs, but in that moment, I don't know how, but there's power when I get on my knees. This thing ain't personal, it's purposeful. It's trying to get me to a space and a place where I know how to maneuver. I know how to, it's like I'm playing tennis. I know how to bounce back. Somebody said you got to learn that net ain't going nowhere. You got to learn how to serve and how to return it.